Okay, hey, this week's episode, we're going to meet with Dave Wieczorek and check out all the stuff he's been up to and learn some history on him. Hey, I'm here with Dave Wieczorek. The last episode, we talked about the first truck and how he kind of got into monster trucks. And we just started at the end of the first episode talking about you building a newer chassis. So that would have been which one? Nightlife 2?
2, correct.
Okay, so tell us about that.
Well, so Nightlife 2, after we'd rolled it, we came back and regrouped and built a new chassis for it. Changed the suspension so it didn't have the wishbone leaf springs and would take the humps and the landings.
Now, did you use a long leaf spring, or what did you do on that one?
We went longer and flatter.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
But so we basically built some blocks up off the diffs, and then we always had the rear link bars going down to the axle, and then I added a front one to that one to help keep it from rolling back on you, twisting the drive line. It worked really good. That was a really good truck. It did a lot of non-dirt shows.
And you got about what, 8-10 inches of travel out of it, probably?
Right. Yeah, maybe 6.
Okay.
Versus none. That was an improvement.
That's still huge.
No, there was at least 6. We probably had about 8.
Okay. Now, but you still had a steel cab on it and everything.
Yep. Steel body.
Okay.
Heavy ag tires or rims. The old thick 3/8.
Now, were you running planetaries on that truck? Or
we did. Yeah. We with the first one, we learned that the 5 tons weren't going to cut it.
Yeah.
Once you took off, you just snatched that axle and busted. So we broke several axles and finally decided to get some planetaries. So
now, did you run the Clark combination?
Yep. Ran the Clarks. We found a guy down in Dallas that had some, so we went down there and bought some. Come back and cut it all up and put planetaries on.
Okay. Now, I was on the first truck you're talking.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Cut the ends off and put planetaries.
Yeah,
That's what a lot of guys did when they figured out that would work. So tell us about that second truck then a little bit more. Did you move the motor back in that one too, or pretty stock?
A little bit. Kind of back into the cab. We kind of notched the cab back so it could sit back a little bit more to try and get a little more weight to the back.
And that was an all-tube chassis too?
It was rectangle tube.
Rectangle, but you didn't use the factory frame on that one?
No.
Okay.
The original one, we started out with the factory frame and then boxed it all in. And hindsight, it's like, man, it's just got some tubing all the time. You spend welding, plating it. You spend a lot of time doing that. But so the next one, or 2, was a rectangle tube frame. And then put a cage in that one for sure.
Okay.
And then as time goes on, I guess,
Did you ever weigh that one?
2 weighed about 12,500.
Okay. Now, what did the first one? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It
was probably about the same, maybe a little more.
Okay.
It was pretty heavy.
Okay.
You had you didn't even have a race seat in it. You just had a nice bucket seat, seat belts,
Now, on the second one, did you end up putting like a Profab transfer case, or?
No, the second one I ran an Allison in it, 4-speed Allison. I kept it in there for quite a while, and then just in my travels, I'd stopped at Champ's Racing Transmissions in Wichita and was talking to them. And then that's when we changed over to a 400.
Okay, so the Turbo 400. Now, what for transfer case? So
transfer case was and that one was a 2.5 ton.
Okay, so you're still running an air shift one. Okay.
Well, but we locked it in.
You got it locked in.
We got rid of the air part of it for sure. It's like it's just gonna be full time.
Yeah. Now, did you run a locker in the rear end or anything?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Not until I built 3 did we put a locker in the back.
Okay. So, all right. Well, hopefully you guys are enjoying these episodes. Next episode, we're going to talk about number 3.